Hello FPL managers and welcome back to another FPL video. Today we go over our Game Week 1 final thoughts. In today's video we discuss the best captaincy options for Game Week 1, have a look at the template team and some expert teams, as well as discussing what to do with those Tottenham defenders. Also leave a like and subscribe as it really helps out the channel, and click that notification bell to not miss any future uploads. And with that being said, let's get into the video. So having a look at the first segment in captain picks, here we have listed 3 players that we believe can be the best captaincy options for Game Week 1. We have filtered this by projected Game Week 1 points, and currently Son does have the highest projected points for Game Week 1 with 7. Son currently has a 25% ownership, but could prove to be a nice differential premium as he does have a lower ownership than the likes of Salah and Haaland. And considering that he had the 5th highest XG last season out of any player, he could be very potent. He is obviously integral to that Tottenham attack and got himself a few goals in pre-season as well for them, so he's already looking in good touch for the new year. His XG of 15.45 was only bettered by 4 other players across the whole of last season, and this figure did rank second amongst midfielders. Of course, he was the second highest scoring player in FPL last year as well, only 7 points behind Mo Salah, so definitely could prove to be a nice differential captain. Son faces Southampton at home in Game Week 1, which is definitely a very good fixture, and we have seen across the year Southampton can be prone to a spanking. So with Tottenham's much improved team over the pre-season, Son could definitely be one that managers could turn their heads to. It's very unsurprising to see Mo Salah on the list as well, as he's the second highest projected point scorer for Game Week 1, expected to score 6.4 points. He faces Fulham away in Game Week 1, which is definitely a very promising fixture, and I would expect Liverpool to get amongst the goals in this game. It's no secret Salah's underlying stats are absolutely immense, as he had the highest expected goals last season with 23.66, and of course was the top scoring FPL player. As far as premiums go, I do think Salah is an essential pick, and I definitely think he's a nailed on captain for this game week if you do own him. Salah has returned in 5 of his previous 5 Game Week 1 matches for Liverpool, so for that reason there's no way you can't just slap the captaincy armband on him and trust him to reel in those points. Harry Kane is the 3rd recommended captain player on this list, as he's expected to score 6.3 points. Harry Kane did have a very good pre-season for Tottenham, getting himself 5 goals in 4 games as well as 1 assist, and after some good underlying stats last year, he could really improve this season. His total goals output of 17 wasn't quite up to his brilliant best, but his underlying stats were very promising, with an 18.87 XG ranking second amongst all players, and a 9.02 XA ranking top for forwards. His total FPL assist output also ranked first for forwards, so definitely one that provides good all-round potential of both goals and assist threat. On to the second segment of the video now, we have a look at the template team coming into Game Week 1. This is the Consensus XI, which is a combination of some of the best FPL managers of all time's teams combined into one aggregated squad. As the goalkeeper, Ederson features at the most expensive price of £5.5 million, as he could prove to be a nice way into that Man City defence to capitalise on the clean sheets. Ederson is predicted to be the second highest scoring goalkeeper in the first 6 game weeks, only behind Alisson, and I think that Liverpool slot is a bit more valuable in that Man City slot, considering that Man City have that rotation, so that's why they've gone with Ederson there. In the defence, Cancelo features, making it a double up of Man City in defence. Cancelo was the second highest scoring defender last year, so I can see why managers have gone for them. Then there's a double up of Robertson and Alexander-Arnold there as well, as I think both these defenders will be 2 of the highest scoring defenders over the first 5 weeks, considering Liverpool's good starting fixtures. The 4th starting defender is Reece James, as he had some great underlying stats last season, having one of the highest expected FPL points per 90 amongst defenders, and I definitely think at £6 million he's a nice premium defensive asset. To the midfield, it's unsurprising to see Mo Salah there with the captaincy armband, as I think a lot of these managers will be slapping that captaincy armband on him, and in fact 100% of the Consensus XI managers did go with him as their captain. Bailey, Neto and Martinelli cap off the midfield at a fairly cheap price of £5 million, £5.5 million and £6 million respectively. I do think these 3 players are the 3 best assets at their price in the midfield, so I definitely think they're going to offer good points per million potential in the first 5 to 6 game weeks. In the forward line, it's a bit surprising to see there's no Erling Haaland there, as Jesus and Kane feature, as a lot of the top managers do prefer Kane over Haaland, and of course Jesus with over a 70% ownership is too hard to pass up on. The bench is a fairly predictable one, as Ward features there as currently the second highest owned keeper in FPL, backed up with Nico Williams, Andreas Pereira and Archer. So now let's discuss those Spurs defenders after Antonio Conte made those comments in his press conference just a day ago about the doubts that he has with Perisic and Doherty. When Conte was asked if Ivan Perisic will start on Saturday, he said he still has to decide whether Perisic or Sessegnon will play on the left. He also talked up Doherty on the right, and it says it's down to all 3 right wing backs to make him happy, not the other way around. Obviously it's good signs that Antonio Conte does like what he sees with Doherty, but it's interesting to see what's going to happen with Perisic, as obviously he is 33 and still building up that full fitness after just getting 1 preseason game in. So in terms of what that means for FPL, Doherty looks fairly decent to start in game week 1, but we'll have to take a deeper look with Perisic. If I had to guess, I would say he's going to be starting for Tottenham, but it is still a little bit risky, so if you do choose him in those game week 1 teams, just be advised that he may potentially come off the bench. Thanks for watching today's video. If you guys want to become a channel member, then click the join button down below and get featured on the members board at the end of the videos, just like Philip Ash here. Also, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to show support for the channel and click the notification bell. And with that being said, I'll see you guys in the next one.